Hey everyone, my name is Joanna Blasey and I'm going to read you a story about unicorns today. In a land very close to ours, there lived unicorn DF. Some referred to her as buconazole. Her chemical makeup consisted of 2,4-chlorophenyl ethyl alpha 1,1-dimethyl ethyl H1,2,4-triazole-1-ethanol, which gave her a sparkly pink consistency. Unicorn gets along with almost everyone, except fungi. Her ability to suppress many fungi around her gave her a reputation of being a fungicide. Unicorn's reputation has made her quite popular due to her magical ability to destroy a variety of fungi. She is registered in all 50 states for at least one agricultural commodity. In California, she prefers to play in grape, palm fruit, stone fruit, and tree nut orchards, where she is registered under Section 3. However, kids, please exercise caution when playing with unicorn at home. Always remember to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment, such as goggles, gloves, long shirt and long pants, and shoes plus socks. Also, kids, if you see unicorn in grape, stone fruit, and tree nut orchards, wait 24 hours before re-entering those orchards to play with unicorn. If you see her frolicking in palm fruit orchards, wait at least 5 days before re-entering the orchards. Don't let unicorn into grape orchards 14 days before harvest and 75 days before harvest for palm fruit orchards, 35 days before harvest for tree nut orchards. This is important because you don't want her musty, sparkling pink residue to remain on your yummy fruits and nuts. However, it is safe for unicorn to play in stone fruit orchards up to and including the day of harvest. Unicorn is most famous for powdery mildew in fruits and berries in California. This annoying fungus causes new growth of crops to be dwarfed and distorted, and young fruit may develop scars and rough corky spots. This fungus impacts the leaf development, inflorescence, flowering, and fruit development of the crop. But unicorn also combats a great number of other pests in California, such as black rot in grapes, scab and cedar apple rust in palm fruits, brown rot, cherry leaf spot, and rust in stone fruits, brown rot blossom blight, shoot blight, and eastern filbert blight in tree nuts. Unicorn combats these fungi through her noxious spray. This is often mixed with a spray oil for better application and coverage. Unicorn sometimes teams up with other magical chemical friends to better combat fungi. However, she is not compatible with other DMI fungicides. It is best to take advantage of unicorn's magical powers whenever conditions for the disease are favorable, but before infection has occurred. For powdery mildew in grapes, the best time to first utilize unicorn is before bloom and to continue to use her magical powers in 14 to 21 day intervals depending on the severity of the pest. Be sure not to use her less than 7 days apart because there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. So how does unicorn's magical spray work, you might ask? Its mode of action affects and disrupts the membrane structure and function of the fungi. Unicorn's magical spray is officially termed as sterile biosynthesis in membranes and is categorized in Group G. However, unicorn is not perfect and can have potential harmful effects on the environment and other organisms. Unicorn is a possible carcinogen and has a moderate acute toxicity and is suspected to be an endocrine disruptor. She can potentially contaminate groundwater and surface water through runoff and leaching. Unicorn's hydrolysis half-life is an average of 28 days, and her aerobic soil half-life is an average of 597 days. Unicorn's mobility in soils is low to moderate, but her absorption to soils increases as levels of organic matter and clay increase. However, unicorn does not harm bees, but she must be careful of her impact on fish and birds. for she is moderately toxic. Her lethal dose that kills 50% of the test population for female Japanese quail is 2,912 milligrams per kilogram and 1,988 milligrams per kilogram for bob white quail. Her lethal concentration that kills 50% of the test population for rainbow trout is 6.4 milligrams per liter. Unicorn's acute toxicity was evident in rats at 2,000 milligrams and higher per kilogram of body weight. As popular as unicorn is amongst humans, some fungi try to resist. Although there is no known resistance to unicorn, you must still be aware that she has a medium risk to resistance. Therefore, her use in moderation and in combination with other management strategies for fungi is necessary. Unicorn is part of many integrated pest management plans to reduce powdery mildew in fruits. For example, in apples, a variety of cultural, physical, and chemical management practices are utilized to reduce powdery mildew. One cultural practice is to plant an apple variety that is resistant to the pest. One such variety is Red Delicious. A physical practice is to utilize long-duration overhead sprinkling, if possible, so pores are washed off the plant. Application of fungicides before infection is recommended. It is also important to rotate the modes of action with your fungicides. Be sure not to apply unicorn to any area with high potential of runoff before forecasted rain, or any place where the water table is shallow to prevent water contamination. Unicorn is always happy to help farmers with their pest problems. Just be sure you are using her responsibly. I chose unicorn because I knew very little about fungi and the chemicals used against them. I think the most alarming attribute of unicorn is its potential to moderately contaminate water sources. Unicorn has a relatively long half-life in soil and moderate mobility as well, which causes concerns of leaching and runoff. However, due to unicorn's low toxicity, I feel that her use should still be continued and that she should be continued to be used in IPM practices. Thank you.